Hello my people, welcome. Lucy B here. Guys, if it's your first time to join this, thank you so much. If you've been supporting me so much, always thank you. I love you up and down. Okay my people, as you can see the title today, why African women rather stay single than marry their African men in the UK. There are so many reasons. First of all, I would look, it's not like African women don't want to marry African men. It's just that their experience, what might be the African men have done to do to these African women, that nobody want to remain single. If you know here, everybody will want to be with somebody. Because first of all, to be in a relationship, in a good relationship, is the best thing ever. You're gonna be happy, especially we are in the Western world. Loneliness is very serious. So when you have a partner that you love each other, that is good, you're all good to each other, you're compatible, everything is good, definitely every black woman, every woman would want that. But it's just that in many cases, black women are not getting that. They get disappointed. They have been through a lot of disappointment. And most of number one thing that is really bringing all these things, for example, number one is culture. When it comes to culture, when African women and African men in the UK is not, we come from one continent, that is Africa, but we don't come from the same country. So because of that, most of these men, when you meet them, when you are not from the same country, they are not gonna value you. They're not gonna take you seriously. They are just gonna come with you for some of the reason we are gonna talk about today. They'll just want you like passing time. Most of them, they may also, if their women are not here, they have left their women back home in Africa. So you here is just gonna be using you. It's not gonna take you seriously. And also another thing when we talk of culture also, sometimes the kind of food we eat, me, I come from Uganda. I would prefer to eat matoke. I would prefer to eat kalo or kal, something which is millet, millet. So, and then if you're to marry or to be with a Nigerian man, he's gonna want you to cook fufu. And you guys, I'm a Ugandan. I don't even I may not like the taste of fufu. Yes, because it's not like I hate fufu. It's just like you are not used to that kind of, that kind of food. And making fufu is not easy. It's very hard. And then let's say you marry this Nigerian man. Because it's not easy to make fufu. And most time you're not gonna cook it. He's not gonna like it. He's gonna look down on you. He's gonna be mad. He's not. So yeah, and that kind of thing. Culture is number one thing. Yeah, that's the reason. Another reason. It's not like women choose to be single, but women, they experience so many things. Because first of all, these African men, because of this culture, they don't come to you. They don't come to you. They only come to you because they want certain thing from you. They will come to you either because they need accommodation. They want you to give them that accommodation, or they may only want you to because they see you're financially stable. That's why they will want to either marry you temporarily. It's not even serious. It's a temporary one, just because he knows you are financially stable. Yeah. And another third thing why they would marry you is because they are lonely. They want jiggy. Jiggy. When I say jiggy, most of you African, the S word, sometimes I don't feel like saying they want sex. Okay, I've said it. Yeah. So if you don't know, the best word for me is jiggy. They'll want you. They want you because they want jiggy. They are bored. They are lonely. Maybe they'll of course he will most of the time be talking to his wife abroad. He will be talking to her maybe, but then that talking alone cannot satisfy his libido. So he's gonna come for you because of that is lonely. So the decision for some of African women to remain single rather than marry their fellow black men in the UK is often a strategic choice driven by a desire for independence and safety, and also personal growth rather than a lack of desire for partnership. And another one, African men, they cheat so much. They are the greatest cheaters. I'm sorry to say that. You African men, they cheat so much. And so you find that first of all, he's cheating on you, especially when you don't come from the same country. He has a woman back home. He's lying. He's not telling you that he has got a woman and children back home. He will not tell you that. So that cheating alone, most of these African women in the UK, they have gone through that. African men in the UK, they are not trusted. Another thing, they're gonna cheat with other people like whites, because first of all, when they come here, the first one, they have to test. There's this business, they have to test the white. They're gonna cheat with you on that. They cheat, and in fact, many times, even many ladies from different color, they have asked me this question: why is it that African men, they cheat so much? They cheat so much. And we African women, we are very hardworking women. And then you find, if you look around, most of the African in the UK, they're single. Most of them, they bring children single-handedly. Most of the children in Africa home in the UK have not experienced fatherhood. They just like they live all their life with their mothers. They have not experienced fatherhood. So it's just like the women are disappointed. They are tired. And when a woman is tired, she can't take it anymore. That's why many women decide to remain single. Why? For a peace of mind. They decide to remain single to avoid negative experience. You know, the experience they've experienced with their partners before, like infidelity, lack of support. They will not support their wife. They will not be there for you. If you try to ask for any support, is war, is fighting. But they are very ready to support others outside there. So because of lack of emotional support, the woman decide to just remain single. Yes. Another reason she decide to remain single rather than marry their African men is prioritizing their health, their personal well-being, and their mental health. So they decide to choose singlehood to avoid potentially stressful or unhealthy relationship dynamic. And you know, like I said, African women, they are very hardworking. Some now decide like maybe they just go on higher education and they just like prioritize their career over those relationship with these African men. It's rather I just like concentrate on my life, concentrate on look after my children, protect them, you know, make them grow, let them not be like their father. You know, they try because sometimes when they're with their father, there's always quarrel, there's always war, and you don't want your child to grow under that kind of environment. So if you're that mother who really cares about your children, you're gonna choose to be single rather than be with. Because most African women really they like African men, but since the African men are behaving the way they behave, is you rather remain single. There's no trust anymore. African women don't trust African men anymore. It's very rare. Yes. Another is intention choice. These days, even singleton is viewed as something valid and empowering lifestyle choice rather than a temporary state. Because many women are now realizing you rather be single than be married. Because when you're single, you're free from all those negative stuff. Another one also building support system. Many single women build strong network of family and friends that provide support and fulfillment outside of a romantic partnership. So this factor highlight that the decision to remain single is often a complex and a personal one, influenced by a combination of individual inspiration and society dynamic, desire for safety and peace. So the African women, they rather remain single to avoid toxic relationship, emotional inconsistency, and even in some cases abuse, because some of them are very abusive as well. So like I said before, nobody want to remain single. And okay, it's not about maybe racism or anything, but many African women would like to marry African men, but because of those things, small things that men do to them, it has put them off. So, and also another thing, especially if like African who are not born here, they'll just move here. Back home, maybe the man is like the head of the house. They are the one who, most of the time, they're the one who bring the more money or something. But when they move here abroad, when they move to the UK, now each of them are earning almost the same, or even the women are earning more. So as that, the women they see no need of like, I can have my own money. I mean, what else do I need? If he's giving me headache, why should I, persevere or stay with him? I can be independent. I can be happy independent. Perceived shortage of suitable partner. Many black women, they find it difficult to find black men who are emotionally matured, financially stable. Most of them are very lazy. I'm sorry to say, not all of them, but most of them are very lazy. They just want to depend on women. That's why I say some of them, they come to you because of you're financially stable. It's not like they love you, but because they see you're financially stable. And also they are looking for men who are willing like to treat them as equals. So because of that, they rather love other non-African men than love their fellow men, because these other non-African men would treat them better. They treat them much better, with respect, with big love, with and they're gonna be there, they're gonna be available. So those are some of the reasons why African women, they rather remain single, because most of these African men, they just come to you because, like I said, of culture, they are not serious with you. They don't take you seriously. You're not coming from Nigeria, you're not coming from Ghana, you're not coming from Zambia, you're not coming from Uganda, you're not coming from Kenya. You can't cook the kind of food I want. And also maybe if I'm to marry you, my parent may not like you. Also maybe their parent may not want them to marry other people from a different country, which is really understandable. That's why if you find someone from your country where maybe you speak the same language, or you can at least food is like, you can eat same food almost, like when it is time for going home, if when you have children, should one maybe decide to disappear with children, you know where to find him. that kind of thing. So it's, and also like most of these men, they just come to you because of they just want that short-term company. They are not very serious with these women. They don't take women so seriously. So because of that, they just want you because of maybe they want to just that small short-term satisfactory, like, you know, jiggy. They're not serious. So that's why most of African women in the UK, they rather stay single. If you see the one that are married, maybe there are those who like have this title. You know, there's very few happily married. Yes, very few happily married, but some of them are maybe just married because they still have this belief, this traditional where like you have to marry. They want that title of I'm married, but then they will be suffering. They will be suffering there. They are married, but they are like single because what their men are doing to them is unbelievable. I have a few friends who are like that. They are married, but they are not happy in their marriage. They are suffering, but they decide to choose suffering. But any wise woman will not accept that. She rather stay single than. That's why you see most of the most intelligent women will not accept like men to just treat them anyhow. They will not. They rather stay single. Yes, I'm not saying like other women are stupid. No, but you know, someone intelligent, they are not gonna accept that because they see ahead. You know, they see the vision with this man. Am I gonna be with him for the rest of my life? Am I gonna be shedding tears? Am I be crying for the rest of my life like this? You know, am I gonna continue accepting the way he cheat? This cheating, I'm always in tears. I'm always in pain. Should I continue? Like they see ahead. They have that. They see the. So yeah, that's the kind of thing. But someone else may say, oh, they still have this traditional, this cultural belief that it's gonna change, but not knowing that when somebody has already grown, fully grown like that, they will never change. Like for example, a cheater is a cheater. If he cheats on you with another woman, don't think that even that woman should not know that if this other woman leave him and come and live with him, he's not gonna cheat on you. A cheater is always a cheater. If you cheat, you will always cheat. And any wise woman will not want to be with a cheater, will not want to be with a gambler, will not want to be with a lazy person that you're gonna be the only one to bring everything. Like, you know, it's not gonna happen. So guys, if you get something out of this and you haven't subscribed, I beg you, please subscribe, like and share. But also, if you don't like it, that's okay. Thank you for watching. I appreciate. You can also leave your comment. Whatever opinion is welcome. Just not be negative. I mean, don't be abusive. If you don't like it, just ignore me, okay? But don't abuse me because I'm not coming here to abuse. Yeah. Okay guys, thank you and have a nice weekend.